On an October evening in 1968, a group of die-hard spectators remained in Mexico City Olympic Stadium to see the last of the finishers of the Olympic marathon. It was almost 7 p.m. in Mexico City, and almost an hour earlier, the winner of the 26 mile, that's 41.6 kilometers Olympic marathon, Momo Voldo of Ethiopia, had won the race to the exuberant cheers of the onlookers. But the crowd watched and waited for the last participant. And as everyone watched, one last runner made his way onto the track for the last lap of the 26-mile race. It was John Stephen Akhwari from Tanzania. In the early part of the race, Akhwari cramped up because he was not used to the high altitudes of the city. And then, in the 19th kilometer, he collided with another runner and fell badly, cutting and dislocating his knee. He also hurt his shoulder when he hit the ground. However, despite his injuries, he still pressed on and finished the race as the last person of the 57 competitors. Akhwari finished with a timing of 3 hours, 25 minutes and 27 seconds, well over an hour behind the winner. And as he ran into the stadium, people could see that his leg was bandaged and bleeding. He was in obvious pain as he hobbled every step. The people rose and applauded until he crossed the finish line. When interviewed later and asked why he continued running despite his injuries, he simply said, "My country did not send me to Mexico City 5,000 miles away to start the race. They sent me to finish the race." We are all running the race of life. Though some might act like it is a sprint to the finish line, the marathon of life requires patience, endurance, hope, and prayer. You need to keep your eyes on the finish line and you will get there in good time. As you make this success journey, keep in mind that your goal is to finish the race and to do the best you are capable of doing. I can give you 4 key takeaways from John Stephen Akhwari's success. The first, have a strong reason or purpose to start something so that when you run into tough times, you have a reason to go on. Be sure to know the why behind your choice of running your personal race. The second, it's not always about being first or being number one. What counts is that you finish what you have started. Some of us are great starters but poor finishers. My third takeaway is not everything will go as planned, but that doesn't have to be the reason not to finish what was started. Fourth, everyone can find a reason to quit, but not everyone can find a reason to finish. To conclude, I would like to leave you with a quote from Robert Strauss. Success is a lot like wrestling a gorilla. You don't quit when you are tired. You quit when the gorilla is tired. Are you confirming instead of breaking free to be you and reach for limitless success? Conformity is the jailer of satisfaction and the enemy of growth. There are people all around us who are literally there at the same place today as they were 5 years ago. They are not moving in life. They still have the same problems, the same excuses, and the same way of thinking. There are 2 predictable circumstances when a person is most likely to be seated on a branch that holds him back from greatness. The first is the likelihood of quitting because of a mistake he made, or rather the fear of making a mistake. And the second is after a victory or a small achievement where they don't build on their victories and remain contented on the branch of life. Everyone needs to ask a few questions. Am I also sitting on a comfortable branch? If so, what is the comfortable branch that I have been sitting on that you need to get off? What would happen if I don't get off the branch? What will I gain if I do? What is the branch holding me back from greatness? Is it fear, lack of purpose, procrastination, lack of action, swapping breathtaking talents for excessive screen time, associating with friends who choke your dreams? Or is it simply the inability to build on the victory by being satisfied with what they have done? As Thomas Edison once said, "Show me a thoroughly satisfied man and I will show you a failure." The world today is starving from stillness and silence in our culture. There is noise and chaos everywhere. But the truth is that the world is not going to slow down and get less noisy just because you want to. You have to commit to taking time to pause. The power of taking pause is well researched. Not only does pausing promote relaxation, a break from noise, and doing so also refreshes and re-energizes you for hours. Taking time to just be still and quiet gives your nervous system a chance to regain balance. Friend, practice the 3P magic principle: pause, ponder, and proceed. In life, every decision has to be guided by this principle: pause, ponder, and proceed. The decision making process involves first pause by bringing awareness to everything and every moment. It involves pausing before going forward or reacting. Next, ponder by studying the pros and cons, looking at the decision. By pondering and deliberate thinking, it might enhance the outcome. And finally, proceed. Now that you stopped, waited, thought it over, one can courageously proceed that way. Unfortunately, people go through life following the 3Ps in a reverse order. They first proceed through life at top speed, then ponder when they find no meaning and fulfillment, and finally pause indefinitely. So, follow the 3P magic and enjoy the finer things in life. Remember, the world will put countless obstacles in your path, but none will be as big as the ones you create for yourself. One of the most expensive luxuries you can possess is to be unforgiving towards someone. The heaviest load you can possibly carry is a pack of deep-seated grudges. They are ready to derail every goal you have set for yourself. Whether the goal is financial success, a healthy mind and body, losing weight, quitting drinking, or having a happy relationship. While you believe that you are holding the person down, you are actually straining yourself under its weight, while the other guy who has wronged you is out there producing. So, if you want to travel far and fast, then travel light. Unpack all your envy, unforgiveness, grudges, and revenge. Never reject the opportunity to forgive. The weak can never forgive because forgiveness is a characteristic of the strong. Now be the first to forgive. Forgiveness can be your deepest need and the highest achievement. Without forgiveness, life is governed by endless cycle of resentment and retaliation. Friends, life is too short. Grudges are a waste of perfect happiness. Laugh when you can, apologize when you should, and let go of what you can't change.